Hi, good afternoon. I am Dwight De Leon, political reporter from Rappler, and I just got back from the Malacanang grounds where President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. introduced the newest members of his economic team. These include new special assistant to the president for investment and economic affairs, Frederick Go, and more importantly siguro, ang kanyang bagong finance secretary of the Department of Finance na si Ralph Recto. We already knew, okay, sorry, medyo mahangin dito. We already knew about Secretary Go's appointment last month. But we were only able to confirm Secretary Recto's appointment yesterday. There have been signs that there would be a shake-up in the Department of Finance. Rumors have been circulating last year, and actually my co-reporter in the business beat, or Rappler's business reporter Ralph Recto, wrote a story about this yesterday, listing the signs that it meant that Ralph Recto would be the new secretary and that Benjamin Diokno would be replaced. For one, Secretary Ralph Recto was already part of the APEC delegation last year, or delegation of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. when he flew to the US for the APEC summit. At that time, the pretense was that it was there as part of the House delegation. Recto was the deputy speaker of the House, and while he is known to be among the more knowledgeable figures in the House when it comes to economic policies, he didn't really have an official congressional post in relation to the economy. And aside from that, there have also been signs that Diokno would be replaced. Yun nga, he seemed to be out of the loop when it comes to, or when President Marcos suddenly announced a rise or a price ceiling on rice. He also went a different direction when House Speaker Martin Romualdez expressed openness to the idea of suspending excise taxes on fuel. Diokno then commented that the proposal would be bad for the economy. But if there are ever rumors of underperformance, or if there are ever rumors that underperformance was a factor as to why Diokno was let go as DOF secretary, Marcos appeared to have tried to quash those ideas. In fact, he thanked Diokno for his service, said that Diokno was really about to retire in mid-2023, and that he was just asked to stay in the DOF longer until eventually the president accepted Diokno's resolve that it was time to supposedly return down to his natural habitat, which is the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So Diokno is not necessarily out of the picture. Of course, he's no longer cabinet secretary, or he no longer holds a cabinet post, but he will still remain a member of the BSP Monetary Board. Marcos is insisting that we are not changing horses midstream, that we are continuing government policies. He actually claimed, since he's been claiming since yesterday, that the Philippine economy has recovered, or is on its way to recovery. He claimed kanina that the admin has surpassed economic growth projections for the third quarter in 2023, that joblessness is supposedly at its lowest level, and that fiscal deficit are waning to targets at a pace that's faster than expected. But he also talked about potential headwinds, such as geopolitical tensions that may eventually lead to increased inflation and the threats posed by El Nino. We're actually having a discussion in the Rappler Communities app with fellow Rappler reporters, editors, and thought leaders. If you want to join the discussion, and you can actually join the discussion, you can just you may just download the Rappler Communities app on iOS, on Apple Store, and in Android, on Google Play Store, I mean. Kanina sa Rappler Communities app, nag-comment actually si Executive Director ng IBON na si Sunny Africa. IBON is an economic think tank, and he said, I mean, I'm quoting this, the continuity theme is problematic kasi too many bituka metrics are amiss, while those who have had it good are certainly reassured. Tapos after Secretary Diokno eulogy, I couldn't help but think na he made this big contribution naman of giving controversial Marcos Jr. administration reassuring technocratic heft just when it was needed at the start. Kaya nag-thank you talaga siya sa kanya. So that's one comment from the politics channel for Rappler Communities app. And if you want to be part of the discussion, or if you just want to like backread kung ano yung mga pinag-uusapan doon, then just download the app. So going back, as per Secretary Ralph, DOF Secretary Ralph, he said that his first marching order is to ensure that the government meets its revenue collection target for 2024, which is over 4.2 trillion pesos. He said that this is something that will be on his head every time he wakes up in the morning. Marcos and President Marcos and Secretary Recto go way back. They say they entered the House of Representatives almost at the same time in 1992. Although Secretary Recto supported Isko Moreno during the 2022 presidential elections. Marcos, or President Marcos, says Recto will be a major player on how to achieve the country's developmental targets, and that Recto will use his influence, his congressional connections to pass bills that will accelerate growth, and that Recto will be at the forefront of the country's anti-smuggling drive. So that is the latest here in Manila, and we'll give you more updates when they come in. I am Dwight De Leon from Rappler.